Ah, well, hello everyone. Hello. You too, Mr. Moose, over there staring at me. It's venison. I know, it's a cousin. Already. It's eyeballing. Yeah. Yes. So I thought about it. And I'm not going to go throw rocks at that guy. Don't need to carry that. One of the things I want to do, and he's getting tired, is take this wood that I have, and most of the wood that I have, otherwise, all that other wood. Alright, here, let's take a look at the condition. 30%. Alright. I want to take the wood that I have down to Spence's because it's a reliable fire source. So if I skip past that little cave on the way, and if I skip past that little cave, I'm hoping there's a couple of chunks of coal in there. I grab some sticks on the way. I hit poachers. There's definitely a piece or two of coal there. I'll have a little stick fire, warm myself up, swing around back to Spence's. The whole while, you know, grabbing some cattails, grabbing some extra calories, you know, making sure I'm set up. With both tinder and a little bit of food, but just that whole grabbing that fur like that, there's a reason you want to do that and then not start a fire that can blow out. So that is what I'm up to. I'm not gonna mess with that moose. I don't really have the resources to really deal with that. Oh, oh, oh. I have no sticks. Shouldn't stand on it either. That can't be good for it. What do we have here? There we go. How's my tea doing? 14 minutes. Okay. Repair. 3 minutes. Making sure that thing is at 100%. Though I do have a lot of really decent torches. I'm going to take a torch. I thought about letting this fire, try to get this fire to burn through the night, but I don't think that's the best way to do that. Oh. Oh, no, no, no. Stay crouched. No, no, come back. Come back. No, I botched it. Moose take off? Oh, no. Ugh. So I get this opportunity because the moose decides to... Oh, he didn't decide nothing. Yeah, I know, right? Very, very tiring, this whole... I don't know exactly where he is, but I think if I was to hunt him, I'd use this tree, maybe. He could get up it. I don't know. Oh, there he is. Looks much like a giant rock. He's a giant moose. Ah, you know what? She's warm. Like I said, I'm planning for a future that'll probably never happen for her. But, you know, what if she does survive 2 weeks? Then what am I going to do with her? Well, I have to let her out. You know. Like, who looks at Forlorn Muskeg and says, "Till death do us part"? This is great. Sunny times. It is not. Alright, how are you doing back here with your water? Almost done. Alright, we'll drink that just to stay topped up. Now I have something for sprained slips, strains, and falls. Right, don't I? Did I not make... Did I turn around and drink the... No, I did not. Okay. Oh, it's just still hot, so it won't let me cook it. I'm good. Pick up. 21 minutes. Let's take a torch. Alright. Inventory says I have 19 kilograms on me. Okay, so I'm gonna... I shouldn't have... shouldn't have done the water. Okay, so I'm gonna drink. Wait till it's about there. Stop drinking. There we go. 0.2. Weight's down. I got some calories from it. Did that in the wrong order. I was supposed to top me up after the venison. Now she's got plenty of food. I crouch down here. We're gonna hop on into the snow shelter. Nicely repaired snow shelter. This is nice. Alright. It's tired enough to get some sleep. I hope for not a blizzard. Ooh, do I go 5 hours? Okay, no, I'm only risking 4 hours. That's all I can do. I would like to do that 5th hour, but that's why I really want to get to Spence's. So I can start a fire in a place where the fire won't blow out on me. How is it? 38%. Feels like 2 degrees in here. Oh boy, here we go. I need her well rested before I do this walk, because it's going to be quite the walk. Oh, yep, it's starting to get a little chilly. Just want to keep a very close eye on that, because if at the coldest part of the night it decides to blizzard, yep, it's still going down, but she's at like 0 degrees, right? So okay.
trees?
Here, just eat that. I'm not that attached to it. Ooh, it got very cold. Let's head on into the cave here. See, this is how you save your life, basically. Is I just was really hoping I could get a really full night's sleep, so I'm gonna go in here. And I'm used to that those venison calories. I can't believe I botched the rabbits. And then almost got stomped to death by their buddy. So I'm just going to read and hang out here until the sun's a little higher in the sky, then go back, sleep a little bit more. Hopefully during that time the weather is cooperative. And I can get down to poachers. So we'll see in a couple minutes as I slowly warm up. Okay, well, I don't know if it's going to start blizzarding or what is going on out here, but I'm going to hang out outside for a little bit in the hopes that it stays warm. It's pretty warm inside the, I just want to keep an eye on the weather. But it's pretty warm inside the cave, but the snow shelter actually beats it. Not right at this particular moment, but okay. I don't trust it, but I'm gonna go for 1 hour of sleep. Okay. Hopefully that warms her up and gets her fully rested, and there's not a super blizzard going on outside. I don't know about super blizzard, but I wouldn't say this is good walking weather. Aren't you Forlorn Muskeg?
Man, all I can think about is food.
Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't very quick on my feet. I didn't think I was actually going to clock that rabbit from that far out. And so when it happened, I was surprised. Oh, now the blizzard starts. Okay, so this was going to be my first stop anyway, because every step of this journey I'm going to try to keep as warm as possible. But I need the wind to back off because I only have torches and fire to really defend myself, because I've got a feeling with the amount of protection that my clothing's offering me from animal attacks, the first bite would be pretty much fatal. There would be no real struggling. The wolf would just jump, latch on, do about 50% damage. I have 51%. Then the struggle would start. At 1%, the struggle would be really quick. So it would be the old, and you're dead. And no thank you to that. So I have 300 calories. So we're going to read a little bit. Some more. I mean, you know, a book about carcass harvesting, that's got to be riveting. Like, no wonder she suffers from cabin fever. These guys do. Oh yeah, these things. Well, they're not gonna cure anywhere else. Am I carrying anything else goofy? No.
Oh, I need to find food.
Yeah. You have food. I'm just being a jerk about it. Okay, so no coat or socks. Oh, yes. 7 days. Day 7. So 6 days survived in this current sandbox. Let's go check on the weather. Because, I mean, she's not, becoming exhausted reading in a cave. That's the nice thing about that. She's underweight. Okay. So, I will see you in a few minutes when this whole weather thing decides to calm down. Can't be walking around in that. I mean, I could, but it's just, that's day 7 would be the end of the run. Alright, I'll see you in a couple minutes. Do some reading here or something, I don't know. Okay. I was waiting for the wind to really ramp up, but it's not doing that. %. Ugh. I think I'm just going to... or anything I can get behind to kind of oh, good enough. Get some sticks together.
Starting to feel numb.
Yes. There's really nothing out here I can do right at the moment. I don't want to be trapped, but I can't really take the ding in condition. So my apologies. I'm going to have to see you tomorrow because I cannot just take a whole bunch of cold damage. She is slowly getting better. So I'm taking her for a jog for a moment. That's, I guess, good for her.
Huh. I never thought I'd be dying from starvation.
Well, you're not dying from starvation yet. We're not out of food. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow in the daylight. Just gonna spend a lot of time just kind of hanging out here and then getting a little bit of sleep off of some calories from dog food. So looks like we're going to have to start a fire soon, but I have 8 matches. Some really good condition torches. Lots of fuel. So I am going to have to start a fire soon, but I'm hoping for when that happens is when I'm walking across Forlorn, not just standing here. But I got pretty nicely trapped today, I've got to say. Stuck up here with that blizzard. So, and it happened, of course, and it stretched on through the entire prime part of the day. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow during daylight hours. Still on day 7. 6 days arrived. So I'll see you tomorrow during daylight hours when we can get out of here and go get some cattails and get over to poachers, because that's the thing about Forlorn. It doesn't usually just, you know, jam up with horrible weather for, you know, 3 days in a row. I mean, the last 2 days I haven't been paying attention to the weather because my condition was so low that I didn't really, if it blizzarded, I was standing in here anyhow. So, all right, I will see you tomorrow, and when it sun's up, and we'll get some walking done. Okay, I foolishly let a match go to waste. Well, not to waste. I made 2 Rishi teas and didn't check on my fuel. So, pulled sort of a Bozo the Clown move and just ended up kind of burning myself on some on a match. Or at least the trade-off was not really worth it. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, now I don't see him over there, but that doesn't mean he's not over there. I know I've already been up here, but if he's not here, there's sort of a bonus to going this way. You skip a lot of ground, actually, when you do the climb down. If the wolf isn't up here. There's a deer up here, so the wolf's not up here. And if the wolf's up here, he's going to kill this deer, hopefully. And then I'm going to light a fire. Speaking of fire, you know, there was an aurora last night. It'd be really cool if Jeremiah's little bunker was here. Spoiler alert, in this area somewhere. Anyway, you could get locked down there for a few days. 'Cause that's always fun. Ooh, we have a deer. Yeah, see, there's usually not much up here besides the deer. Yeah. Can't remember how to get to that point to get up here. But you can. Alright, now she's starting to take some damage. Not only from hunger, but from freezing to death. How much was on here? Not enough. Alright. Sorry if I'm a little silent here. This is usually there's a wolf standing where I am standing, so I need to get to warmth here and to get things going in the right direction. Alright, we'll grab that one too. Aha! Perfect. Nice and light. Lots of burn time. Perfect. Alright, cannot warm up. I'll use that. Confidently light it, because I just can't take that kind of serious damage. The cold is damaging, so I'm going to warm up here for a minute. No need to see that. Then we're going to head to Poacher's. So that's how I, nice and quick, came down to this place. So I didn't lose too much condition to the cold for my time out there. So happy about that. But I'm just going to warm up, make myself tea, and then start the torch chain, which I should have started up top, but of course I let the fire burn out, so that's why I was not prepared. Like I said, I've said before, I'm not the guy you want for an instructional video. You know, the how to survive bit. Mega cold. Alright. Yeah, I'm not that guy. Oh. Okay. Well then. It is too windy now for me to walk with a torch. So, I need to go out here and collect myself some food and wait for this wind to stop. Because I don't want to, I don't want to lose this match. This one's, I've gotten, to trade 2 matches. For a walk to Poacher's is kind of, I don't like that. But I've collected enough sticks to actually have a nice little stick fire there. Hang out for a bit, eat some cattails, make some more soup. I'm going to keep an eye on the weather here. Now that I've warmed up. God, that wind is obnoxious. Alright. There we go, nice and warm. Oh, I accidentally drank all my rosehip tea too. That was a pretty good move. Now, a lot of interloper players will starve themselves during the day. But I'm stuck here for at least an hour. And in that time, I might be able to get 1% back. Which, you know, when you're wrestling with 40% as your average.
I would eat anything right now.
Let's, let's get some of that on the go. $25 minutes, 5 minutes, another stick on there. Drink that back. Whole darn thing. Let's spoil her, shall we? Wait till that's ready. Pick that up, grab our can. Take a torch because it sounds like it got less windy. Oh, no, don't walk into those. Oh, it just sounds like it got less windy. Well, it's not blowing the torch out, so I'm going to gamble. Gotta stay warm while I can. And let's make it to poachers alive, shall we? That would be so very nice. And that is actually just the way out, right over there. You can just leave. I imagine they'd probably put a couple of wolves in front of me because they're thinking, hey, at least the game's like, this guy's gonna want to leave here soon, right? Oh.
I need to lay down.
Yeah, now's not the time to get exhausted. Just kidding. You can get exhausted. Doesn't mean I'm not going to walk you around everywhere, though. Is the bear sleeping? Doesn't look like he is. Just want to make sure I don't accidentally walk up to something while carrying meat. Now, this is not an approach to poachers I would advise. You're mostly blinded by this hill in front of you. The bear likes to come from the right, and the wolf likes to come from the left. Yeah, and the wind likes to come to your face. That's it. No, like, just, the wind likes to just blast you. I don't know. Head-on wind, that's what I meant. Jeez.
God, my stomach feels like an
Well, we just found tomato soup, so you could, like, celebrate, but we don't really have time for that. Piece of coal. Another piece of coal. Piece of firewood. This is great. All right. There's that bear. I think he just noticed I was here, too. That's, not very awesome. Oh, good. My flare is there. A piece of coal. And down here, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, look at that.
This stuff will come in handy.
Oh, I'm sure it will. Let's put that frozen thing right on there. There you go. Feels good. Nice and wet. Wet jacket. A storm lantern. That is just, that's a gift. That is. Somewhere to put my lantern fuel. What can I say? I wish the bear was somewhere else. I truly do. We'll light up this stick. Alright. Big plans to make it back to Spence's. Am I going to do it? I don't know.
Come on, little fire.
I'm going to try. So. Okay, here we go. Light fog. And she's exhausted, so I can't take any risky paths. I must kind of stick to the solid ground. But she's got her... She downed her tea before we left. Keep her warm. And I hope it doesn't get too windy. I'm going to grab a few plants on the way home. Or back to Spence's, I guess. She needs to... She needs to be real careful up here because any real encounter with a wolf, if she ends up in a struggle, of course, she will be dead. I got a lantern. That is so nice. You can kind of stomp through the middle there, but I like the lack of wolves when I go this way. And I got lots of torches, so I do have some time. Time is on my side. But she's not going to be running. No jogging. So let's hope I can make it to Spence. I'm hoping I can make it to Spence. If I do run into a wolf, I will be starting a stick fire. Gathering up cattails, of course, always important, especially if I'm not under threat of hypothermia risk. Just mostly because I just experienced her running out of food up there on the marsh ridge. I would have been able to catch that darn rabbit. I tell ya, just baff that. It's a little windstop cave here at this little rock spot. If you're ever in the neighborhood and need a spot, but I mean, with the poacher's camp being right up ahead. Not go over that stuff because sometimes there's a wolf over there. So it was really rough to use 3 matches just to get this coat, but I have this coat. And it's almost dry. By tomorrow morning it will be. I was hoping I hadn't gathered these rose hips. Oh, on Stalker on this island, you can find a guy with a gun, too. How's she feeling? 41%. Yeah, I think you do lose condition when it makes sense. Oh no. I like the weather just as it is. I think you do lose condition really slowly from being super fatigued. But you can see how much fun it is to just not be able to actually run in Forlorn, because if that expanse there is weak ice, I won't make it, right? Like,
I will die if I don't get food soon.
I know. You've been collecting food this whole time, actually. Yeah, light fog and no wind. That's great. I cannot wait. And she gets this huge dose of sleep here in a little bit. It's going to be just wonderful. Yes, I've been hoping to collect rose hips because I went and drank my rose hip tea by accident. Oh, no, don't do that. Stick. She's starting to cool off a bit. That's okay. We're almost home. I'll just keep moving. Well, nope. If anyone's surprised I made it this far, let me tell you, I am also surprised I made it this far. I can't believe, actually, that I made it this far. Exactly what I wanted to happen happened. I made it all the way around the entire skeg, collecting stuff, and then got back, and I'm getting back to Spence's. Well, I'm in the neighborhood. I mean, how can I complain about that? I've got to come onto the front lawn at Spence's and start a fire to get the wolves to leave me alone while I make it into the shack. And so be it. You know, that's just the way it's got to be. But I've got the resources to start a fire on the front lawn of Spence's to keep wolves off me, that's huge. Just a couple of sticks and the torch I'm holding, and I can keep them at bay long enough to get to where I need to go. Because I thought about carrying a decoy and paying the piper every once in a while. And I think that might work in certain areas where I've got to, you know, I can't have them go a certain direction, right? So I can just convince them to just walk on, right? Just enough torch time. Usually when I factor, oh, I need about 5 torches to walk or to get to somewhere. I'm factoring in the fact that I'm going to be running a lot. So.
I say I hate being cold. I really do.
Okay, you still have a few more torches, so I can stop and grab these guys. I'm gonna keep an eye on that torch time. I gotta get this torch back to Spence's, nice and lit. That's my mission. And now she's gonna start to get cold, so. No, that was the worst thing I think I've ever done in this game ever. 2 matches down, just like that. Wow. Everything was going so smoothly, too. Well, I guess, you know, just added some more challenge to the, I'd have to say disappointed. That is how I feel right now. I am a little disappointed. Let's see how many. Ooh, 3 whole matches left. Oh, yeah. I just did it to myself really hardcore there. That was just awful.
Come on, little fire.
And I was so terrified of a wolf that wasn't even there. That's why I was all shaky, and because I'm thinking, am I gonna get jumped as soon as I drop this torch? Oh, it's serious, all right. Okay, right on it. Make sure that that goes right on there. 2 matches at once. Well, I said I wasn't going to do that, and so apparently I was wrong. So, alright, well, I'm going to call it here. We'll see you tomorrow on the next episode when I'm fully rested and ready to face the world with 3 matches. Maybe I can keep this fire going long enough to make it back to my snow shelter area. But this was basically just a tour to collect some food and go somewhere where I could get a full 12 hours of, well, not full 12 hours, but you know what I mean, a full amount of sleep over the course of an entire night. So, but it cost me dearly. I lost 5 matches on that particular run, and one day, 5 matches. So day 8, 7 days survived. How many cattails did I catch? 33 of them. I could actually space that out with the food I've got for another 6 days. So I could survive, you know, 13 more days in a cave, just hiding in a cave. How much fun would that be? I mean, that's what I would do if that was my option. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time when I try to figure out what the heck to do with myself. Jeepers. Obviously, I'm not going to space out the food I have for 7 days and sleep in a cave and or just stand in a cave and wait for the time to pass. I got some stuff to do still.
The sun is setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Yeah. So, big waste of matches day is what I could call this one. Look at that. All that fire time. Alright, well, keep surviving. We'll see you next time. And when I try to get out of here and kind of round out my trip for some more... some more resources.
Anything right now.
So, stock up on water while I've got a fire, so maybe I can skip a couple of days of fire time. But I need to get where I can be warm, so. Nine hours of fire time. That's great. Okay, we'll see you next time.